What's going on, y'all? We up in here once again, man. Decided I'd give you some of this, give you a video, man, on this Thanksgiving Day, man. As we watch the Dallas Cowboys get ready to demolish, you say, I am. You got that 39 on. Who 39 on the Cowboys? The Ville's finest. You feel me? That Cooney thing, you know what I'm saying? But anywho, man, we gonna get up in here, man, and talk about, man. So evidently, this is a reaction of FG on Street TV regarding Melly Mel. I guess Melly Mel had Mob James on his show. I didn't see that show, nor did I see the paperwork that FG had presented, right? So I'm going to talk about this, but I'm not going to talk about it in the way that I could talk about it, just because that I wasn't thorough on my behalf regarding not viewing the paperwork. But I'm going to tell you what, though, right? My gut never lies to me, right? And I've been peeping this situation for quite some time, and I'm going to just be real. The reason why I never, ever decided to go look at this, because I just didn't want to. You know what I'm saying? It just wasn't in my interest. You know what I'm saying? But one thing's for sure, right? The first time I ever seen FG was on Street TV, as made in my other video. And one thing's for sure, when it come down to him, it seemed like he a solid guy. You know what I mean? And I believe him, right? You see, one thing's for sure, man. Regardless of where you from, regardless of what lifestyle you live, whether it be in carnality or spirituality, if you're gonna do something, you need to do it all the way, right? And see, one thing's for sure, right? You see, if FG was lying, FG would be a loser. Like he would have the most to lose in this situation. Not only your credibility, right? You know what I'm saying? Everything, you know what I'm saying, you done did is going down the tumbles, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? All that, you feel me? Your credibility, like everything is going down in tumbles, lying about something like this. This ain't something that you lie about, right? But one thing's for sure, right? I know, but like I said, just by, you know what I'm saying, spirit, my spirit in regards to, you know what I'm saying, dealing with him, even though, you feel me, I've never met the man. I just know when somebody lying and when somebody not. And to me, FG is FG, his spirit tells me he a stand-up guy, and that he's not lying, and that he came with the paperwork because he know if he gonna make claims like this, you know what I'm saying, you got to come with the paperwork. And that's what he did. You know what I'm saying? In the hood, they like, hey, he's a such and such. He's a snitch. Where's the paperwork? You know what I'm saying? So FG came with receipts. You know what I'm saying? See, you know what I mean? You can go back to Walmart and return your thing. Okay, so prove that you bought it. Where's your receipt? So FG came with his receipt, and I believe I seen a little piece of it. He said he came with 80 plus pages of paperwork. You know what I'm saying? But for some reason, I guess Melly Mel don't want to believe that for whatever reason. Now, when FG get on there, I don't really watch Street TV too much. I used to, but I don't really watch it. But here and there, when I do catch it, because FG on there, I viewed Melly Mel's content before, and the little bit that I have viewed, I enjoyed his, right? So shout out to FG, but we're gonna go ahead and get into this this reaction, man. We're gonna play a little something, man, in regards to what's going on.
One of our local YouTubers here in LA, Compton to be specific.
No doubt.
I'm not even sure if he taps in from Compton, but he's definitely a Compton guy.
No doubt.
Has his own platform. His platform is growing pretty well. Has a lot of OGs on it. He's an OG himself. I even think he might be considered first generation from his turf. And you know, I follow him. I know you follow him.
No doubt.
But man, the other day, he was speaking on the Mob. Not only was he speaking on the Mob James situation, he had him on the show live doing an interview. And he said a couple of things that I know that I was kind of bothered by, because, you know, I covered the story, I covered you, I covered your story. And I was just wondering if you tapped in with what he said.
No, no doubt. Definitely tapped in. You know, as soon as I seen that he had posted something about who was going to be on there, first off, I was disappointed, hands down, you know, because this is supposed to be a first generation OG, you know, from his turf, you know, and they were around when the rules got set. You know, they was probably sitting at the round table when we going to set these rules, you know, and it's clearly that, you know, some of these dudes don't care, don't give a fuck about the rules no more. You know what I mean? They just taking shit.
This is facts. That's why in my past I made videos regarding, you feel me, you know what I'm saying, the little homies, and I go ahead and make videos regarding the big homies, you know what I'm saying? See, a big homie can't expect to hold a little homie accountable, and you ain't abiding by the rules and regulations, you know what I'm saying? Especially when you done been there, done that, you feel me? You know what's cracking, you know what I'm saying? You supposed to be passing this game on, and if the little homies look up to you, and this is, you know what I'm saying, the example that you said, that's a problem. Now, I'm not talking regards in the Melly Mel. I'm just talking about in general, you know what I'm saying? But we're going to get into the Melly Mel and FG situation as we go along. But I'm just saying in general, you know what I'm saying? The OGs got to set the standards for the little ones, you know what I'm saying? And if you ain't doing that, how can you, these little ones going around without no guidance and laws, you feel me, in part because it's your fault. You know what I'm saying? Especially when it come down to matters of the set. It's your fault that, you know what I'm saying, that they run around, you feel me, with no structure, you feel me? They feel like they ain't got an answer to nobody because it's your fault. It's your fault. Them your little homies. It's your fault. You know what I'm saying? Just like, you feel me, when I, you know what I'm saying? Hey, you know what I mean? When I was tapping in with the big homie not too long, he was like, hey, man, you know what I'm saying? If you was to be going around here, you feel me, with a chicken with his head cut off, you feel me, that'll be on me because it was my job to lace you feel me, as best as I can. Now, you a grown man and you gonna do what you want, though, you feel me, but you can't say, you know what I'm saying, that I didn't lace you properly, but anyone that has, you know what I'm saying, that's been laced properly, you feel me, is gonna end up doing properly, especially if he got a head on his shoulder, you feel me. There's a lot of people that's been giving some things that ain't got no sense, you feel me, that they just do all kind of wild things and they know better, you feel me. That's just what we call an STUPID individual. When we go to the club, we don't need ID, right? But let's go ahead and get back to this thing.
They on hands, and you know the shit don't look good from my perspective. But to each his own. But when you insinuate something about me, which I felt that's what it was, you know what I mean, I took a personal issue with it.
Well, for those Streets and Scholars listeners that are trying to figure out who me and FG is talking about, we talking about Melly Mel from Santana Block, Melly Mel the Postman. And he had Mob James on his show earlier this week. And let me play a clip and I'll let the listeners judge for themselves. Here we go.
Or run away and then, or, you know, try to stay away from home to not deal with this dude, or one day have to shoot this cat that I call my pops. You know what I'm saying? The shit is crazy, man. And, you know, it's just crazy, man.
Right. So, what behooves me, man, is how some dudes, and we're talking about the internet, right? How they'll just take what one side of what somebody said on the internet and they hold it as truth. You know, because listen, James, I spent 10 years in the feds and I've seen all kind of paperwork, right?
Right.
And when I looked at the paperwork, there was clearly that they would have the name and they would have 501k, which is a form of way they present the person that gave extra commentary or conversation to whatever the feds or the prosecutor was doing. That would be plain. It wouldn't be coded. It wouldn't be like kind of like half done or none of that. So when I've seen it a lot, you know what I mean? But I've never seen the way that when they try to present that little paperwork they had, it just didn't measure it. It just didn't measure. I was in, let's see, I was in NBC. Michael Bunton was there. Lil Bojangles was there. Boo was there. They was all on the floor with me. Pierre was there. All these individuals was there, right?
Right.
And so what I'm saying, none of them never mentioned you. I was there. You know?
Can't. Look,
And
you know
I
what?
didn't say a whole lot about that. I don't talk about nobody. I don't mention nobody's name, and whatever somebody else is thinking is going on inside their head and don't exist in mine.
Well,
I
you
have
know
my
what?
own.
And I can
Go ahead.
honestly say, I done did and been involved in a lot of shit, 90% of the shit in that neighborhood where if that's my get down, y'all got a whole lot of shit to say about me. Whole lot of shit you can tell about me.
All right, man. That's at the 29-minute point of the video that Melly Mel did with Mob James. For those who want to tap into that, in fact, I'll even put a clip of this either within our within our show notes, or on the Streets and Scholars Instagram page. But man, before you respond to that, FG, the first thing I want to say is that it's not called a 5-1K, it's called a 5K1.
No doubt.
And a 5K1 are for defendants who have already been charged and indicted who became cooperating witnesses.
Right.
Your paperwork identifies Mob James as a confidential informant. It's a whole different game, but it still puts you in that same category. What's your response to the whole Melly Mel thing?
Man, my whole response to the Melly Mel thing is like I said, man, I'm disappointed in you, homie, you know, for being an OG, you know what I mean, from a reputable set like Santana Block, Compton Crib, homie. And you insinuated, homie, that you read this much paperwork and that much paperwork, but apparently you haven't. You know, you basically insinuated that this little paperwork I had, you know, even the paperwork I put out there was like 83 pages or something. That's not little, bro. That ain't nothing you can go type up or find or put together or put in the mix. Not to mention, you know, what makes you don't believe that I have more, you know. Not to mention, you know, you think I didn't hear the audios. You think I don't hear a whole lot of stuff, you know. So to me, it seemed like you was insinuating that, you know, some people just took what I said and ran with. Of course they did, homie. You know what I mean? I'm FG. You know what I mean? A reputable motherfucker over there from off the east side. You know what I mean? Still is. Ain't no used to be. You know, my whole thing about it is, you know, me personally, like I say, disappointed because you was around when the structure was built. You know, you was around when the rules were set forth, homie, you know, and everybody doing their thing on their YouTube. Look, it's certain shit I don't do on my YouTube just for views, Alex. You know what I mean? You know that. Or I could have a whole bunch of subs. You know, that's not what I'm into. Not into telling the next man what he can do on his. At the same time, you're a reputable Compton dude, or was. You can't bring nobody on here to justify him against me, homie. You know what I mean? You can't do that. You know what I mean? For one, I ain't gonna let it. You know, for two, I'm gonna call you out on it. For three, you probably got your own homeboys looking at you a certain way by having this dude on your show that they know, you know what I mean, that this dude is an informant. You know what I mean? You know, I wonder what the Bride Dogs got to say, the BAMs got to say, the Crip Says got to say, homie, some G's, you know,
I don't think they're gonna say anything, to be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? I think it's just gonna be left where it's at. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure, you know what I'm saying, FG, like I said, man, you know what I'm saying? I didn't see the paperwork, but just off of my evaluations, I don't say that for too many people on here, you know what I'm saying? It's only been a handful that I say, like, my spirit know that, hey, that's a stand-up guy. I believe him, you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, right, you know what I'm saying, we viewing a lot of this on the internet, right? So you damn near just going off of, you know what I'm saying, how somebody presents themselves, you know what I'm saying? You going by the authenticity, you feel me, or something, right? But you know what I'm saying, for those of y'all who've been on this earth long enough, know somebody BSing and know somebody keeping it a stack, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, man, in my observations, you feel me, of watching FG when he first came in on the scene, you know what I'm saying, until a little bit after, you know what I'm saying? One thing's for sure, you feel me? Homie, be keeping it a stack in my eyes. You know what I'm saying? And I said my eyes. I don't care about your eyes. In my eyes, he keeps it a stack. And that's the only thing that matters, is in my eyes. And I got an extra set of eyes now. So in my 4 eyes, you know what I'm saying? He keeps it a stack. I just got to be real. And you know what I'm saying? And he came with the receipts. And if you were refuting the receipts, either you didn't go ahead and see the paperwork really well, so you speaking and you wasn't thorough on your behalf, or you just choose to ignore it. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, basically he was insinuating that FG was a liar. We got to be real in this situation here. We got to be real. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? And then, yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? I done seen other people call Mob James out as far as calling him, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? A snitch, you feel me? All that stuff. I done seen other people call him that from both sides of the rag. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And a lot of the times, you feel me? I seen what they say adds up to one another what they say, regardless if they had paperwork or not. But like I said, you know what I'm saying? I can't really be 100% because I was not there. You know what I'm saying? Only thing goes off the paperwork. Maybe you know what I'm saying? That's a lot of paperwork to go through, and I don't really got that time to be going through it though. But maybe I'll go through it. Just all depends, because I know if I go through it, I'm probably gonna have a round two, and it might end up being a lie. Not talking about the paperwork, but it's gonna vex my spirit to be talking about a whole nother thing. You see, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? The OGs gotta hold themselves accountable. You know what I'm saying? The little homies gotta hold themselves accountable. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And we all, you know what I'm saying? There's no structure, there's no organization in this thing. It's every man for itself. It's damn near always been like that. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you know what I'm saying, right? If homie came with the paperwork, man, homie came with the facts, and you got homie on the line, man, little violation. You kind of out of line there, you know what I'm saying? Now, I'm sure, you feel me, a respected man like Melly, you feel me, from his section is most likely not about to get violated, though, but you have to look at it like, you know what I'm saying? We got to be real with this situation here, you understand me? But hey.
And know the rules. This was a violation, you know what I mean? Not saying you can be violated, this is your show. But at the same time, homie, paperwork is authentic. What I said is real because I said.
Damn, I said it. Damn, as soon as it came after, okay. You know what I'm saying?
It was, you know what I mean? Not just to mention that the legalities that I went through, the 120 months. It don't matter if you was in there with Shitty Mike, Pierre, nobody else, homie. You didn't run into me. Because anybody that ran into me, I didn't have no problems with stating what it was. Now, on the flip side, Alex, you get this. Well, you know, why you didn't do nothing? Because I ain't no damn fool. That's why I ain't. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? For me to come home, homie, the feds and 90% of the hood waiting for me to kick something off. You know,
that's the reason why they didn't give you bail in the first place.
And I ain't no damn fool. That's for one. If you go back and look at me, homie, I'm a gangster, not a fool. You know, so I hate to bring certain stuff to streets and scholars, man, but at the same time, you know, he put himself out there with it. You know what I mean? Man, don't ever question what I said as far as what I said somebody did to me. I won't question what nobody else say somebody else did to them. You know, you can't sugarcoat this shit. Shit is authentic. The shit is real is what it is. So I just, and then not to mention, he wouldn't even let nobody comment. You know what I mean? He was erasing comments. Look, I had a couple people say, I seen that. I went in there and commented. He erased my comments. So now you know, you manipulating the comments, homie. Let people say what they really feel about it. You know what I mean? So I don't know what his angle was on that. Like I said, he a grown man. That's his channel. But at the same time, homie, you be having real gangsters on your shit. You be having motherfucking real soldiers on your shit. And this was contradicting all that.
Ooh.
Now, you're absolutely right about the comments, because I want people to go watch this very carefully.
Oh, that was deep. Oh, that was deep. That was deep, FG. That was deep. And yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, there were a couple. I done seen some things, and I done seen some things that I want to view in the future that I haven't got to it. You feel like I said, Melly, I got some good content. I don't know him personally, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, this was a little touchy, you know what I'm saying? Now, is it possible that Melly, you know what I'm saying, did this knowing just to go ahead and get that content? It's a high possibility, but then, you know what I'm saying, content or not, the rules still apply. That's why there's certain things, especially when you live this lifestyle. That's why, you feel me, sometimes I look at people that don't live it, they like, damn, they can say with everything that they want to say. They ain't got to abide by nothing, even they do what they want, man. But man, when you signed up for this, man, there's certain things that you can't do. Just like, you know what I'm saying, when you live a lifestyle of spirituality, you know what I'm saying? There's a certain thing that you can't say or do. You feel me? You got to live by the rules and regulations of that lifestyle. See, as a man, there's always something that's bigger than y'all. You know what I'm saying? That's bigger than us. That we living for, that we, you know what I'm saying? When you got your kids, right? You don't no longer live for you. Now you're living for them to make sure that they are. You know what I'm saying? When you go ahead and give your life to God, now you got to be, to sit over there and be the best child of God that you can be. And if you live your life for the set, whether you're active or inactive, right? The rules still apply. Because, hey, what? You may have gave your life to God though, but you could be at church giving a sermon, you understand me, and somebody didn't forget about what you did years ago, you feel me, and click, you know what I'm saying, it's a wrap, you know what I'm saying, so regardless, when you're in, if you ever was in, because a lot of people say they was in, but never was in, but that's another video.
Because at the moment he's actually talking about it, you will see him look down at the screen. And when he looks down at the screen, he's reading my comment. And I said, so you're calling FG a liar, question mark. Now I screenshot it when I did it because I knew he was going to delete it, which he eventually did. He deleted it. And then he kind of responded to the comment without acknowledging the comment, because that's when he says, well, I ain't saying any names. I'm not calling people out. But you really kind of subliminally calling FG a liar. If you're not accepting the paperwork, if you're basically calling the paperwork fake, then you're saying FG's a liar.
Pretty much, you know what I mean? But he has the right to say that if he wants to. That's the whole thing about it, Alan. He got the right to have his opinion. You know what I mean? But don't think, homie, when you come in anything in my circle, you know what I mean? I'm a humble dude. Everybody know me. No, I don't bark loud. You know what I mean? I don't do all that loud mouthing and all that type of shit. You know, I've never been that type of dude. But anything come directed to me, man, I'm gonna holler at it. I'm gonna get in front of it. I'm gonna, you know, let the situation be known, you know. So he's entitled to his opinion, but at the same time, don't get on the internet, homie, trying to discredit anything I said, because I'm the one that's authentic, and everybody, especially Compton. We ain't worried about North Carolina or Virginia. Compton? No, homie, what you did, homie, went against the rules, homie, to be honest with you.
And you know, he's the first person from Compton to really co-sign Mob James since everything came out. So that kind of hits a little different, right?
No, it hit a lot different because, like I said, I seen him on Holding Court, Big Court thing. I don't know Courtney personally, so it's nothing I can say to that man. That's his channel. Melly Mel knows who I am. Melly Mel has my number. Melly Mel knows what's up with it. You know, so what angle he had on this, you trying to validate this dude for other reasons. You can't do that. It won't happen, homie. You know what I mean? That's a dead issue. That issue dead in the water. So don't make yourself look bad, or don't compromise your integrity in this gangster shit, homie, by doing certain shit like this. Now, maybe it take the younger homies like me to, you know, keep dudes on their toes like I always have. I try to fall back, let dudes be them, but at the end of the day, homie, I gotta come let dudes know, hold on, that's crossing the line.
Thanks for checking out this short clip.
That's facts. I mean, shit. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, ain't no man exempt from correction. No man. But yeah, man, I mean, I said what I said, man. Maybe I'll dig into it a little bit more to maybe give you more of an in-depth analysis, you know what I'm saying? But just my gut just tell me, you feel me, I'm rocking with FG on this one, man. Y'all may not like it, but I've been on this YouTube for a little bit while now. Y'all real familiar with me, and y'all know I don't care about what y'all got to say or what y'all like, you feel me? I'll give y'all what it is through my point of view, and that's the only thing that matters in my life is my point of view. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, I'm rocking with FG on this one. You feel me? And I'm gonna be interested to see what y'all got to say in the comment section. You know what I'm saying? See, this is one thing for sure, right? You know what I'm saying? People be like, I'm riding with the homie, right or wrong. Sometimes you got to review that, you feel me? So if your homie was wrong, and say if your homie you snitch, you still rolling with your homie. You know what I'm saying? See, people got to understand, man, hey, when they say something like that they didn't say, but if they said, I'm riding with my homie right and wrong. And you feel me? FG came with the paperwork, you know what I'm saying? He was real thorough on what he said. He came out with it. He's standing on what he's standing on. I ain't seen nobody speak down on FG. Calling him a lot. No, none of that, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? They say I ain't seen nobody speak down that he wasn't about what he said he was. No, none of that, right? So FG, you feel me, came on. He's in the open. He on street TV. You know what I'm saying? He on all that. He's in the open. Ain't nobody came against that. You know what I'm saying? And hey, he said, hey, I'm standing on what I'm standing on. You feel me? He said, Melly, you out of line. You know what I'm saying? You in the line, you out of line in all kind of things. You know what I'm saying? And hey, man, you can't refute. You feel me? Facts, man. They say that it ain't true unless it's on paper. It ain't real unless it's on paper. Well, FG brought the paperwork, you feel me? So if you sitting over there saying that it ain't real, then that means you just can't handle the truth. But it is what it is, man. But yeah, man, y'all go ahead and enjoy this video on this Thanksgiving, man. Y'all like, comment, and subscribe, man. We up out of here, man. Hey, man, you know what the Cowboys gonna do. Hey, man, I call it like 30-13 or something like that. You know what I'm saying? We get ready to go ahead and wax on these boys, though. You understand me? But hey, we up out of here.